There we go. You're good now.
Sorry, I hate typing. I don't know if you have any control over this, but I would just like to say that for me, it's easier to like see like the bylaw changes with 2 meetings instead of this one. I understand you guys had like short amount of time to like shove all of this in, so like this still worked out great. But I would prefer like 2 meetings for national conference, especially if you can maybe like give that to the head person who does make all that decision.
Yeah, that's a good point. Specifically thinking about the future, maybe I'll ask this question back right to you, Andrea. So I really don't know how to navigate. So I assume next regional conference will be joint and it'll be a huge, big, raging party, but both regions have to pass their bylaws. So maybe exactly what you envision there, having 2 meetings there. I guess that's a question for Dr. Robertson or maybe Jordan. But I'll make that a point specifically. Talk to me a little bit before we hop on elections. Does that form work well for you? Yeah, come back. I think I can maybe.
Oh my gosh. All right. My main thing is like I like forgot to click on the link to like look at the PowerPoint before. Yeah, I'm a genius. Loving it. I'm adapting. And so like, and then like I had to like, oh, gotta go back, and like I had to restart the whole process over again.
Yeah.
And like maybe having, but it would be a little more lengthy of like, here's what it is like in the form without having to have it on this separate slide. So.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah. I'll note that for sure. Thanks.
There is a question in chat from Austin. He asks, would you keep track of and encourage attending Hill Days in our region?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I will make it a point on myself to keep track. Specifically, I know Missouri has had a bill for a while, and there's been a few students represent at Hill Day. But specifically Austin, yes, and I'm gonna tell all the students in other states to hop on their Hill Days and advocate for music therapy in that way, for sure. And then under that, right, won't be better if there are justification for some of them. Yes.
I think Devin can also speak to that, because I know when we meet in person, she or whoever the parliamentarian is walks through all of the proposed bylaw changes and the justification behind them. Because we were kind of shoved into this online conference at short notice, we just didn't have the space to do 2 business meetings where those are explained, and then again where we vote on them. So I know that that's something that we do when we meet in person. It just wasn't something that was possible for this online conference.
Absolutely. And it's, yeah, it is hard. And I think the decision to not provide a justification for every single bylaw edit too was to keep it short and clear and concise as easy as possible for all of you too, instead of a bajillion emails where you're trying to come in and be like, no, like, okay, this is X, Y, and Z. And specifically for some of the duties, what we found going through the bylaws is that there were things in the bylaws that no longer pertained to the executive board duties that we did. So I think a lot of them we found like over the course of the past year, we didn't encounter this at all. And then thinking back to the past year too, there's been a change in AMTAS, there's been a change in duties in our region too. And ultimately our goal with our bylaws is that we will support AMTAS bylaws as well. So when AMTAS makes a change, then we need to make a change. Just like within our non-discrimination clause, you might see that there was a change in like including veteran status, age, and gender and sexual identity. And those changes were recently made to the AMTAS bylaws. So we adopted those changes too for more diversity and inclusion within our region.
Hello. That was awesome. It was good to hear. As I was doing all of the calculations, I loved to hear all of the plans that you lovely people have for next year. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull my PowerPoint back up so that we can discuss the election results. So on this slide, Ooh, you see it? Yeah. Okay, good. We have just a talk with the new president while the votes are calculated. And I wanted to just leave this slide here as like an anticipation thing. Like no one knows what the results are. They're on the next slide and I have to press a button for it to happen. But before I do that, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit more. So once I press the slide, I'm actually gonna have Sydney announce verbally the people that won, because that is her board, and at that point she is the president. And so I just wanted to say that it has been an honor to be the Midwest Regional Student President. I have learned so much from you guys. I'm trying not to cry because I'm a very emotional person, but this place, like talking about, we talk about empowering, and we talk about you're the you've been waiting for in this regional passages, and this is how I found that. How I found like my empowerment and what I wanted to do in the music therapy world was through the Midwest region and through this student organization. So I encourage all of you guys to continue to be a part of it and continue to grow. And when you become professionals, become part of the professional world, because we're the future, guys. Like we're the ones that are going to be in 10 years, 20 years down the road, like the president of AMTA. And we're the ones that are going to be on all of the boards that are planning all of these regional conferences, and we're going to be the ones that are looking for the next executive director. So instead of waiting for that future, let's start now and let's do all of this now. And with that, I'm so excited to have Sydney announce our regional officers for next year.
Awesome. President will be Sydney Winders. Our president-elect will be Samantha Morris from CSU. Our vice president will be Mariah Skelly from Drury University. Our secretary will be Gabrielle Barton from Drury University. Our treasurer will be Danny Schneider from Colorado State University. And our parliamentarian will be Mariah Butner from the University, Missouri, UMKC. Go Roos.
Good job. Congratulations, everybody. I just want to clap for everyone. That was awesome. Our elections, we had a lot of votes, man. And it was really close because we have some awesome people in our region. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my sharing now so that we can close out this meeting and I can see all of your wonderful faces. That is how you say your last name. You know, I was... Sorry, this is really random, but so I called you. That's how I pronounced your last name, Mariah, and I wasn't sure, and I was like, I think this is it, but I don't want to offend her by saying it like that. But I'm really glad that is how is your last name. But anyways, this is a great conference. Thank you all for attending. Thank you all for being a part of this. And what we're gonna do for transitional stuff is that new officers, you will be getting an email from the outgoing officer about a transition meeting, and then Sydney and I are hosting a large transition meeting after you guys have had those transitions. So with that being said, it's been an honor. It is. And oh yes, Dr. Robertson, please say something.
It won't let me. Okay, there I am. Just trying to unmute myself. I just want to say thank you to the current board. You guys were amazing this year. You made my job so easy. Just extremely innovative. And so I just can't like wrap my mind around everything that was done this past year. I mean, from the social media stuff to all the fundraising stuff. And so excellent job. And I am encouraged for the future of music therapy because of students like you on this board. It's just been amazing. So good luck with everything. I hope to see you at future conferences and around, which I'm sure I will. So, and good luck to the new board. I'm excited for this year. It's going to be great. So, all right. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, guys. It is 5:15 p.m. and do not second it until I'm done talking. Central Time. And I make a motion to call this meeting to a close. Okay, I love how fast was awesome. Okay. That's my favorite part of regional conference. Let's be real.
You and Casey seconded.
And I'm glad that we can still have that tradition of everybody shouting it. Great. Okay. Have a good rest of your night. Get some sleep. Get off of technology because I know my eyeballs hurt, so yours might too.